This all we got now. Ain't no more Larry Young. We better get real. Let's go. Serving the African community. The views and opinions. They're gonna be ours. Who's that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that. I ain't got nothing wrong with that. I like that. Flowers. I like that. Come on, sit down somewhere. Come on and sit down. Sit down, sit down. Come on in. I like that. Flowers. Flowers. Shout out to Conan too. Flowers. We do not own that music, but hey, that happens to be my name. Hey. Flowers. And Mackenzie. Mackenzie. She likes to rock the room. And it's Mackenzie. And flowers. Yeah. Happy. I'm ready, Sean. Yes, that's where we at today. Flowers. Happy, happy Thursday. Flowers. That's a song all by itself. Flowers. Shout out to Sean. Make it do what it gotta do. Round of applause. Flowers. There's flowers. We also streaming live, WOLBBaltimore.com. This is still the home of the Larry Young Morning Show. And I'm gonna have to be the one to start this off today, Baltimore City, because I know y'all been under some traumatizing experiences out here in the community. I know y'all ain't been feeling that well about this morning situation, but I was doing okay with the morning situation. Shout out to Madam Pugh. She came and did what she did. We always real forgiving of everything. Everybody deserves a second chance. Amen. But I'm gonna really had to have a conversation, and y'all can call in if you feel like. 410-481-1010. This ain't no 1-800 line over here, because I'm kind of confused, and I offered our newcomer, Mr. Carl Nelson, to call in a day at 2:30. 410-481-1010, Mr. Carl Nelson, because I've been kind of disturbed this week about some of the hang-ups you can't get through, and some of this, is this a DC language thing? Like
I don't know.
he just be saying some stuff like like
Hey.
I'm kind of confused. Like, this is always going to be a platform that Larry Young has not only introduced myself, but other custom made shows.
Me.
We always say shout out and thank you to Madam Kathy Hughes, but I know it's such thing as the upper room decisions and people making decisions without you, and we ain't gonna get
Yeah.
called to the table. But let me share something, Baltimore City. Like, sometimes when we see things going on or happening to one of us, we feel like the weakest link, or we can't do nothing, or we may feel helpless. But I'm here to sit here, like, I don't know if for this hour, I feel like I can talk about LY, Senator LY, Larry Young. You got your 90 seconds in the morning too. You got your issues out there, and he definitely always demonstrated. The one thing I respect and always will about LY is his ability to be a balancer. And that's something that I work on every day, balancing different personalities, different characters, different positions, different titles. LY can bring it in and get everybody talking on some of the same conversation that we all keep having. So I'm not going to sit here and come on and think, Mr. Carl Nelson, you really free to call in, but I don't know where you come from, what happened, who called you up. I don't know if favor ain't fair. I know favor ain't fair, Larry.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got favor and you can fit into a position, but son, you got a long way to go before you fit into Senator Larry Young's shoes on this early morning show, because at least he know how to let people in the community speak about issues in our community. And it's real important. We had an opportunity, Larry, myself, Mackenzie, we went to DC last night. Right. Shout out for
Shout
DC.
Out. Hey,
yes,
DC.
Sean. Shout out for DC. I don't know what y'all got going on up there in DC, but we went there to support our sister Jennifer. She's a write-in candidate, but I know her as a homeless advocate. She served the homeless up in DC. She done made a consistent home every Saturday to go and serve and feed the homeless individuals in front of the shelter. Who's the man? The guy that they say killed. There's some stories behind it I need to look up. The street is named after him.
Yeah, I forgot.
And the guy always, he's a fixture in homelessness in DC. You know the name, call me up, let me know, 410-481-1010. But she's there every Saturday supporting, navigating our homeless individuals. Her thing is the king and the queens. I love her for that she has expanded. So she is definitely a write-in candidate, and I love her. And it was nothing for us to go to DC last night and just go around and help her give out her flyers, because I believe in this sister, and I believe that she will make a difference in DC when it comes to political interests. Just like I believe, yes, Sean, we on, yes, just like I believe in Baltimore City, when some of us get more balance and focus, we could be able to balance some of these distractions, and we can focus on some godly movements and not a moment in Baltimore City where we can really make a change, especially when it comes to the Black community. And I said it, the Black community, because from what I see, I don't see nobody suffering more than these Black communities and neighborhoods and the Black children and the Black entrepreneurs and visionaries. And I'm just lost with, how we become like the weakest link in a city like Baltimore. So I'm definitely here to be unbossed, and unbought. And moving forward for 2022 revelation in Baltimore City, because we serve a God that already laid out the blueprint for us, told us the direction to take, the scripture to read, what to hold on to, how to pray. We got a lot of instructions on how to live and walk in to our destiny. So Baltimore City, I want to put it out there. My airway is open. You want to call in and talk about how you feeling this week? Do you know Carl Nelson? Because I don't know Carl Nelson.
Who's
you know Carl Nelson?
No, I don't.
Again, I feel a little personal with people being able to pop in to our city and start saying and doing whatever they want to do. We dealing with that from commissioners. We deal with that from agent heads that come from everywhere. I'm dealing with a homeless service director from Los Angeles, and I'm like, why I gotta deal with her in Los Angeles, and I live here in Baltimore City, but I have to sit here and pay her song and dance, because again, our leadership is not positioning us to do what we have to do. So call in 410-481-1010. You want to talk about LY? You can talk about them on here. You can call in, and it ain't no 1-800 Mr. Carl Nelson's. It's 410-481-1010, sir.
The home of the Larry Young Morning Show.
The home of the, and when you do come back on, you're going to have to learn a little respect, because he been kind of off the hook this week. I done heard him hang up on a couple of folks. I heard him saying some stuff I don't like. Yes, this is a different platform. You have come into a different platform, sir, because
Yep.
this is not DC, but I love DC. Somebody said DC may have made millionaires. I don't know how true that is, but call in and let us know. I know who was here with LY, Doc McAdams. You know, I heard good things about DC, but I don't know who called Nelson is. Maybe Butch McAdams will call us and tell us who called Nelson is.
410-481.
Because, you know, we got mad respect for Butch McAdams. So, but we need to know who this call Nelson is because he's somewhere in D.C. calling here. So they got a lot of stuff that ain't nobody going to meet them outside. But, you know, he need to have some conversation with some leadership in Baltimore City because some of the things that I've witnessed and I heard him talking this week, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of far-fetched from us around here, you know? It's almost like we got Al Sharpton. Thank you, Al Sharpton, for the shows and information, but we don't need two Al Sharptons, you know? We really need Larry Young back. Y'all really should be speaking up more and let me know who's signing because Madam Kathy Hughes need to know that Larry Young left a lot of seeds around here.
He's a legacy.
And we need to make sure that we standing up for him because I already told him, even with this little mishap of his limb, it's a limb, Larry, not a leg.
Right.
Some people say he lost his leg, it's a limb. And when you get that limb, you're gonna get something put on that limb and he gonna be to balance everything again. So don't just bail out on LY. You know, let people know. Hey, let's work this out. You know, let us have a say sometime. You know, even as custom made shows,
he still got his voice.
We should be able to have a say in some of these decisions.
The voice of the community.
Yes, but people make decisions all around us, y'all. We don't know what's going on. All we know, I'm like, who's this person? Now, I was down with Madam Kathy when she was on talking. You know, Pure is okay. You know, she done served her time, and she had to come back now, and she need a way to rebuild herself. But one of the things we need to not be so forgetful of Baltimore City is a lot of these circumstances and situations that we are looking at today has been created and managed by some of the leadership and political entities. That's why it's so important. Save the date, please, June the 8th, invitation only. Inbox me, call me. I would like to see some there, but other than that, it ain't for everybody. This is time for a movement in our city, and we have to focus on some of the things that we should be focused on to make a difference. And I'm excited.
Ask a question.
I'm excited that I'm able to come on for this hour and say, LY, where are you, cheerleaders? We are here. Horns are blowing. You know, if you say boo, we're going to say yes. And that's what matters.
How many people did the LY, Senator Larry Young, open the platform up?
Oh my gosh!
How many
if people want to keep
25 years?
I think if people want to start counting, we ain't got enough time, Larry.
I know.
We're gonna need another show.
Well,
but we do need some sponsors, y'all, because the good thing about this Thursday, you got some open airways open, and we can make this Black Thursday or something.
Right.
We can really crank it up around here. We got a little break from 2 to 2:30. Yeah, y'all need to get in on this.
You can lock a whole 8 hours down.
If we're going to lose, that's a strong 4 hours to lose in the morning, Larry. We can't lose that 4 hours.
Can we get that 4
black
hours?
Conversation about
we want Larry
Baltimore
Young back.
City.
We want Larry Young back.
Sandtown. We want to talk about Penn and North. See, Carl Nelson don't know nothing about that. So how people always get to come in Baltimore City and talk about our city and do what they want to do in our city, and they never even probably been on Penn and North.
Larry Young.
Do Carl Nelson know where Penn and North at?
No. We want Larry Young, man.
I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. But let's see with Doc. I'm going to talk to Doc.
Doc Cheatham?
Doc Cheatham always. Let's take Doc Cheatham. Let's see what Doc got to talk about.
Come on, Doc.
That's a different Marvin. Well, we could take the different Marvin. He might want to call and talk about LY too. How you doing, Brother Marvin?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm blessed today. I can't complain. How you doing?
Good. I'm just surprised that you never heard of Carl Nelson.
Never heard of him, sir. Never heard of him.
Never heard of Carl. I've been listening to his show probably about 10 years. He has the heavy hitters on his show.
Heavy hitters. Who's the heavy hitters?
Yeah, Dick Gregory, Claude Anderson.
I
He
saw
just
Dick.
have,
I saw Dick Gregory at the Empowerment Temple with Jamal before, so I guess that's the
no, I'm
hit.
just saying he just had people, call from all over the world to his show every day, and he
Okay.
don't take no days off. He's
Okay.
on the no holidays off or nothing. He do have a really good. It's a really good show. I can't miss it every day. The
Okay.
only thing I just think that it may not be the right time slot, but it's
There
needed
you
for
go.
this.
There
For
you
this
go.
community.
There you go.
We want the
we
local
do
time
use-
slot.
I understand that we do need a local thing, but it's
Yeah.
some of
We
the stuff
can
that
we
he
can
talk
listen to
about.
international when
Some of the things, yes,
later
it's
on.
real instant. I heard a brief of it. I was on hold for about an hour, and then I don't know.
He's not a rude guy at all.
Somebody,
He
well,
has
he,
the white petted on there all the time.
well, he demonstrated some rudeness to us this week. So I can
You
identify.
think so?
Yes, sir. I was on hold one time. Then I talked to his board op. He said, "Oh, we changing the topic." I said, "Well, wait a minute. I still been on hold from the other topic. Can you make a comment?" And then I don't know who this guy he had on there the other day. He was really rude. He even told Yolanda, "Oh, what's wrong with you? You angry? Like, you can't just bring people into a city like Baltimore. It probably be, I know it's something that everybody used to. People can come in and do whatever, run for a position, take care of your children, put their name on it, and they suppose it don't work like that in Baltimore City.
But
We traumatized.
Baltimore is because but some of the he's from DC and then LA. Those people traumatized, but some of the stuff that we talk about in Baltimore and the people that we elect, he's needed here. You just got to get used to it.
Okay. Okay, well, listen, brother Marvin, I'm in a humble season. I know everybody got a role to play.
I'm in a humble season.
No, we ain't
I
gotta
just
get
need-
used to
I
it.
just need him
We ain't
to
gotta get used
understand.
to it.
We ain't out that mob.
We
Like
ain't gotta
some
get used
people
to
you
it.
could come and do and pop in, but we don't know Carl Nelson.
We ain't gotta get used to that.
So he need to come in the Lord. He need to have a better approach than the one he had. Or maybe enough of you guys in here can get Kathy Hughes to get LY back, because
Yeah.
just because something happened with his limb ain't got nothing to do with his mouth or what he do for this community. But thank you, Marvin. I thank you for calling in. Let's go see what Money Mike got to say,
Money
Sean.
Mike, where
'cause
you at?
I'm still waiting for Money Mike. Sean, can we bring Money Mike on, please? Money Mike calling up. Thank you for the $100 last week, Money Mike. We got some little items going on. Had a nice holiday. But where you at, Money Mike? How you doing?
Hello, Miss Flowers. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful today.
How you doing, Larry?
All right, partner. How you doing, man?
Hey, look. I'm gonna tell it like it is.
Tell
All
me.
right.
Tell it
It's
like it
time
is.
For the people. It's time for the people in Baltimore
Uh-oh.
who know how politics really work.
Yep.
Now, y'all been BSing these people for 30, 40, 50 years. All
Wow.
right, talking about get out the vote. But let me tell you something. The reason why this gun crisis isn't going nowhere is because both parties are in the hands, the pockets of the gun manufacturer. See, the real thing is about it, and I've been telling y'all, it's about the money. It's about the money. We live in a corrupt society. Even though we talk and land-base other countries for their corruption and their politics, well, we've been under the guise of the Democrats and the Republicans running rickshaw about us because, see, they know how the game is played. Every community, look, I'm going to talk about the squeegee kids. You know why our
Talk
kids
about
out there
it, Mike.
squeegee?
Go ahead, Mike.
You know why they squeegee?
I hope you let them know.
I'm going to tell the truth. Because we didn't create no jobs. Every other community creates jobs for their children. And you know what we did? We brought into the social government handout jobs. Get a state job, get a county job, get a federal job. But that ain't creating no jobs for us. And that's why our kids out there squeegeeing. You see any Asian kids squeegeeing? Any Italian, any Greek, any Polish, any German kids squeegeeing?
Talk about it, Mike.
Let alone the Jewish.
Talk about it. They need to hear this.
We want to sit up there and we can't take no messages, learn no lessons from the Jewish people. We too proud to forget. They came under the same conditions that we did. But why didn't we rise? Because the people at the top know how the game is played. Baltimore is one of the corruptest cities in the nation, in the history of this country.
Jesus.
I'ma say it. The police commissioner. You know what? The school. No other school system could do this bullshit. I ain't mean to say that, but I gotta say it.
Yeah, we already on borderline, Mike. We don't know what's gonna happen after the show, so you better
but look, I'm gonna try to support.
Just call me. Just call me, Mike.
I supported everybody that I could support with my money,
That's
but I
right.
didn't see anybody else step up. Now, if you did it, and you did it undercover, I thank you and I appreciate you and God bless you.
Jesus.
But I done seen so many people talk about what they want to do and what we could do, and I'm gonna put the church in it too.
Go ahead, Money Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
You know why your churches are failing? I stood on 2 trustee boards at churches, and I'm gonna put y'all out there because y'all don't want to give.
What's their name?
Put them out
You
there.
don't want to give. Nah, I ain't gonna put the church's name
ain't
out
gotta
there.
put the names out there.
About the people.
Talk about the spirits.
the
Them
people.
spirits.
Okay.
Talk about the people. The
All right.
people don't want to give. They don't believe. They don't trust. And then you wonder why we in the conditions that we in. Y'all better learn to give. You better learn to go get so that you can give.
Amen.
See, you can't, when you have a stingy mentality,
A stingy
you're going to be
man.
stingy.
Stingy.
But when you
It's
have an
stingy.
abundance mentality, when you know that the more I give, the more I get,
Yeah.
Come on.
I enjoy giving. I
Yes.
enjoy giving.
Go ahead, Mike.
Money Mike.
So I'm going to tell y'all, look, hey, Sister Flowers,
I
Brother
enjoy
Lyle,
you.
y'all keep doing what
Listen,
y'all
Money
doing.
Mike,
Money Mike.
let me say this for you, Go. I enjoy your giving too, because I know it blesses others. But I need some of your time and your education and your knowledge to help Matt. Can I say this
Y'all ain't
again?
ready.
I
Y'all
don't know.
ain't ready.
Money Mike, we don't
Money
know what's
Mike.
going to happen. You got my number.
Run
Like,
away,
Yeah,
if
Money
you don't
Mike.
hear me, be like, we need to sit down and know, because, it don't take me a lot of years.
Are you willing to put in the work?
I'm ready. The harvest is plentiful,
You gotta
but I'm ready.
No, I'm gonna say this. You know what? Everybody been losing money since November.
Yes.
Stock market is down. Inflation is up. I'm making money
Come on.
because I learned.
Claim
I
it.
knew that when this war
Look at
came,
Mike.
that
Claim
grain
it.
was gonna go up, fertilizer was going to go up, wheat was going to go up, corn, everything they got to feed the animals was going to go up.
Claim it.
Gas
And I'm
going
living,
up.
loving life every day because I knew, and y'all can do it too. Y'all can do the same thing I can do and do more.
Money Mike.
This information is available for everybody.
I'm
It's
here.
right there in YouTube. I opened up the book. I said, why do these people stock broke? Because all they do is go to school. I've been to school almost two-thirds of my life.
Yes.
I said, so I went to the library. I went to YouTube. I'm telling you how you can have money and have it in abundance.
In abundance.
And
Oh, my
give it
goodness.
away abundantly.
Go ahead,
Jesus.
Mike.
So Sister Flowers, I hear you. I hear you. But look, I gotta let y'all go.
Money Mike.
I had to say that to you. We under a different. I love Brother Lyle. I hope he come back. This guy, I'm giving him a chance, but it's because we didn't step up as a community.
That's right.
We talk, but we don't walk.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Money Mike.
See that?
I'm there.
I'm there too.
Power to the Money Mike, but I still need to sit down with you now. I
I'm
ain't
with you, Sister Flowers. I hear you.
set the appointment, set the time. You know,
All right, babe.
I gotta start somewhere. Thank you, Money Mike. Before we go in the break, I see you, Doc. I see you, William. I see you, Xavier. I see you, Woodrow. But we want to also spend this time. Shout out to the Real Care providers and other organizations that is strategizing and working together to lay a foundation, guys. I'm so grateful to God for this journey and this time and this season. And it's a season for everything, y'all. Everybody got a season. And sometimes the weak have to be the weak and the strong have to take care of the weak. Let me say it right, because none of us are going to have it on in a perfect way, but we are a work in progress. And if we stop looking at so many ways to dividing ourselves, we're going to find a better way to do this. You know, even as a homeless advocate, I'm concerned about crime. I'm concerned about the treatment of these children. I mean, come on, y'all still talking about air conditioners in school, and they just put $4.9 million into Lexington Market. But yet we want to sit around, and I got to say this too, our mayor, I love Brandon to pieces. When I was in Board of Estimates, I say, hey, Mayor, Brandon, we can't continue to allow our frustrations to vent out in the community because it's like we're unstable and unmanageable. I don't want to see them veins popping up in your neck no more, Brandon. Stuff like that causes strokes and high blood pressure. We
Hold
already
up.
black,
You
so we
said
suffer
veins.
veins popping out your neck. And
You
I
saw
had
that?
to let them know I took a security position for McKenzie because you can't be messing with little McKenzie like
Oh,
that. You know,
545.
Fox 45. Shout out to McKenzie. Let's go see what this is another William on here before we go on break, Sean.
William.
Hi, William. Hey, William.
Hello. Hey, how you doing,
Oh,
Mr.
that's
Governor?
William. That's
Hey,
him.
how you doing?
What's up,
All
partner?
right.
How you
Yeah,
feeling?
what's up? What's up, lad? Anyway,
My
yeah,
man,
man.
William.
Hey, you know what, man? Now we realize the last time how much we miss him, man.
That's right.
Because I certainly miss that show, man. I'm telling you, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's no harm to Kathy P, no harm to TJ and Lance Bell, but they not lying, young man. You know, let me
Yeah,
tell you
somebody say
something.
Kid Black say TJ Smith and Coach was the
Oh,
best
I like
guest
Coach
show.
now.
Kid think Mia Black think they was. I think everybody deserve a chance to come on and fill in the gap. I like again, we are just custom made shows here. We don't get a meeting or an
Right.
opinion or a thought. But I'm going to speak about this because again, we can't just let things affect us and like nobody say
Cause the
nothing.
community
Like
love
I
that.
am
Let me
affected
ask
by
you this.
this.
What, Larry not coming back at all? That's what y'all saying?
I don't know. What do we know? All we
Right.
know he ain't here
That's
now.
telling us
What
nothing.
do we know? I don't
Can I say
know.
one thing about the cause Larry got mad with me the last time he was hosting.
So I can get mad at you this time. I still got the
Well, go
button.
ahead, man.
Oh
You know what you
Lord.
about,
I
man.
still got the
Don't be
button.
hanging up on
Hey,
Will.
no, no, Will, my man. Will, my
Be
man. Go ahead,
Will
Will.
might be one of our sponsors on Thursday.
Hey, Will, go
Right.
ahead, man.
Mike just said the same thing. Mike just said the same thing I said about this city being corrupt, right? It's just like with the voting, man. I vote, okay? I was living in the county, but now I'm living in the city.
I
All
know
I'm
that's
saying
right.
is this. Right,
I'm
all I'm
going to
saying
be
is
able
I'm
to
voting this
register people
time.
to vote as of
And
tomorrow.
people like Kathy Pugh, Brandon Scott is the reason why we in the position we in today, man. We got
So before I go on break, can I say something about that, William?
yes.
I don't think it's about pointing a finger at these individuals. They just have misused their power. And that's what I have to say about
That's what we
politicians.
do. Vote them out, right?
No, and what we need to do is to be more divided as a people to make a difference and a change. They just
Right.
misuses their power, and sometimes when they do this,
Right.
we just sit back and feel stuck with it. But and we don't know how to love them and handle them too. See, I'ma love him and I'ma handle him when I see him too,
I'm
because
gonna love them and I'm
we
gonna
gotta
support
we
them.
gotta
Vote
let
them
them
out.
know.
Right.
We gotta let them
If
know
you're
it's not
unemployed,
working for us as a people. He said unemployed. I know
if
that's
you're
right.
unemployed.
But
Look,
when
and let them sleep out there a couple of nights with them homeless people, man.
come
This is
on,
what
when
it is, okay?
come on,
Let
when
them see what real life about,
we
man.
ain't gonna get that
Them people
started.
don't deserve to be out there.
410
Anyway, I love
481
y'all, man.
1010.
Hey,
Love
Larry,
you,
you still my buddy, man.
love you
I
too,
love you
brother.
too. I love you
All
too,
right,
brother William. But we trying
all
to
right,
keep
y'all.
this show locked on Thursday. So you want to be a
Yes,
supporter,
please.
a
I enjoy your
sponsor,
show, McFly.
a
Enjoy it.
sponsor, 410-365-5567. We got Larry an hour, me an hour. We need somebody else to get an hour. We're going to have to
When
get
Larry
enough.
show come on? Hey, Larry, when the
Yeah,
show come
man.
on?
Larry come on
Thursday
1
from
to
1 to
2.
2.
On
Thursday,
Thursday?
Thursday
Yep.
from 1 to 2.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
See
Okay,
there?
advertising.
That's
Okay,
all right. We're going to lock it
because I
down.
don't know who that guy Carl Nelson is.
You don't know Carl Nelson either?
I never heard of him
Uh-oh.
until I looked him up on the internet,
Who's
man.
Carl?
And
Uh-huh.
I said,
Who's
who's this guy,
Carl?
man? Why they couldn't get nobody local? I
I
forever
know.
have coach. I
Listen.
forever have coach, man. At least he is though about the local flavor. He been on the radio.
Mr. Brother
Right.
Will, you hold that thought for another time. We're going to take this short break because it has
All
to
right,
be
thank you,
done. We
thank you.
love you. We thank you. And again, 410-481-1010. You could call in, chime in, because again, this is still the home of the Larry Young Morning Show. I am your host, Minister Christina Flowers, with my co-host, Larry Wallace,
Yeah,
the celebrity
yeah.
cab driver,
Yeah, yeah.
uncut, unbrought,
Uncut.
he got a song. You got a song?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Oh, we're gonna have to hear this song. Everybody making a song, but don't touch that dial, guys. Stay tuned. Real Talk Baltimore. Deal me the cards and I play with them. Lord, deliver me from my apathy.
Tired of living for myself, you know it's killing me, yeah.
I love
Help
dinner
me,
city.
Lord,
And
I need to
just
wake
now,
up again.
everywhere I go, I'm blazing high.
WOLB Baltimore
I'm
and
Larry Wilder.
WERQ FM
I'm on the shot.
HD3 Baltimore,
Hater,
an Urban
hater,
One
hater.
radio station, minority controlled, and operating and serving the African American communities for over 40 years.
The views and opinions of the guest and host you hear on 1010 WOLB may not necessarily be those of the staff and management of Radio 1, its sponsors, or advertisers.
Complaining that I am blind, but never wanted to see. I
Hey.
give you so many words, they be as fast as the sea, but they return
What's
to
up,
me void, 'cause
Baltimore?
Yeah.
my feet.
I like that.
Lord, I need
And all over the
reiteration.
world.
That sounds real good right there, Sean. We don't own the rights to this music, but Sean is playing it today.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Sean.
thank you. We are tuned back in. I am your host, Minister Christina Flowers, with my co-host, the
Hey,
dynamic
hey.
Uncut News,
Yeah,
Larry
yeah.
Wallace, and we got Mackenzie in the house as well.
Mackenzie.
You know, we grooming her well because she gonna have to take over Teen Talk around here somewhere
Mhm.
because we got to hear from them too. So 410-481-1010. Thank you to my Facebook family. I'm hearing JB 1877 ouch 911.
There you
That
go.
is what we call one of the black hopes in Baltimore City. A lawyer, a friend, don't mind giving you information. You got an accident or a problem, give JB a call 1877 ouch 911 because again, we got to bring all the resources to the table. And when I think about this, guys, we are also brought to you by Belvedere Real Care Providers. Hashtag homeless not invisible, where we do believe in housing first for our unsheltered street homeless individuals. And I'm thankful for Miss Tony. Always feel free to give her a call, to donate, to support, to volunteer, to help us feed. Do what you got to do to help our NGO self-funded organization to continue to be the movement in our city to end street homelessness. And I tell you guys, every day, the consistency of that slogan makes doors shimmer and floors shake. And
Ooh.
there's a shaking in the atmosphere because you won't say a temporary fix. Our city is wealthy and equipped enough to take every homeless individual. You shouldn't see a tent, a cardboard. You know, I was in D.C. last night, Larry.
I know.
And we seeing people sleeping outside on cardboards. I
Yep.
feel like we got
And in the bushes. They was in the
We
bushes
got to
too.
get some tents in TDC.
They was in the bushes.
They was everywhere. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So again, we can't sit back on the sideline like we don't see the issues of our unsheltered homeless individuals. See something, say something, open your mouth, because again, this too can be us at any given time. So we're going to get ready for our next guest that's coming on, Brother Stooks. You know, I look forward to working on some infrastructure plans with this brother when it comes to building things in our community. I'm grateful for his leadership and understanding that it's got to be a black thing, y'all. It really do. I don't see nobody suffering more than the black communities, the black babies. Oh, Lord, we don't even want to talk about the black babies. But let's see what Brother Stokes going to bring to the table. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you
Miss
doing?
Flowers?
We are
Larry,
great.
how you doing, brother?
Hey, partner, how you doing? All right.
All right.
We are great. You know, Brother Xavier, we just really talking about, you know, just what's going on around us every day. And sometimes people have the ability to make things happen and we don't know nothing that's going on. But in the meantime, back at the ranch, I am grateful for some of your leadership and direction and really starting to move things forward so that we can start equipping and empowering our people so that the solutions that we put out, even if it's on the airway, if it's on the radio, you know, I hear people call the radio all the time with their solutions. But one of the biggest things, and I've learned to walk by this, because when we have individuals that know the things to help empower us as a people. You know, some people have tried Black Lives Matter, this Black initiative, that Black initiatives, but we do have to get to the point where we understand that empowering us as a people is like breaking a generational historical curse in Baltimore City because they have been corrupted from the babies to the water bills to the homeless people. Every entity you think of, and the biggest population of people that I'm noticing suffering the most is the blacks.
Yes. Yes. Christina. Well, it's been said and demonstrated that a lot of our problems stem from us as a people, and until we change our way of thinking and become dominant, as we are the most powerful people on the planet. I'm saying that. We are the most powerful people. I mean, God told you that. So if God told you so, it's got to be true.
Say that,
Okay?
say that again, brother Stokes. Say that again.
I told you, if
God
told
said
you
it's
that
got
you
to
are the
be
most
true.
powerful people on the planet, and He made you that way.
Yes.
For a reason.
Yes.
So, we can't continue to point the finger and become the greatest force on earth. If we stop spending unnecessarily.
Yep.
If you don't like that corner store in your neighborhood, don't spend your money there.
That's right.
That corner store will leave the neighborhood so that you can bring your family or your people to control your neighborhood. See, we have to control our own economics in our neighborhood. We have to make sure that our dollar is circulated at least 4 or 5 times before it leaves the neighborhood.
And when you saying this, and I'm going to take this even for myself on this 10-year journey, God has never failed any efforts that we have put forward to stay stable, to stay doing what we're doing in the community. I'm grateful every day. I'm grateful every day. 5 to 7 times a week, every day we're able to engage. And you have to start recognizing when people fear you more than anything. That's when they feel like they can't work with you, or you're toxic, or you just keep talking about the same thing. No, as a homeless advocate, I'm concerned with the crime. I'm concerned with the exposure of this heat, the streets, the winter, when you got people just laying out all over our community, and then we supposed to jump up and down when you say we having a neighborhood party. You could bring your free hot dogs, your free music, your guitar and all that to the neighborhood today. But how is it going to empower us to keep our children safe?
That's a masquerade.
We can't, and we gotta stop. We gotta stop falling. We gotta stop falling for those masquerades, because guess what?
Stop clowning and buffooning. That's what we gotta stop doing. We gotta get to the nitty gritty.
And you know what the nitty gritty is? What was that song used to say?
Now y'all know about the nitty gritty.
Not where is the beef, where is the money is the nitty gritty in Baltimore City. Because as long as we sit around and allow people to dictate or control our actions, we looking at our city right now. You got every article popping up about the $460 million. I'm in my mind like, them people must don't know. That money probably gone, shoved away in the shoebox by now, because we are looking at individuals and entities right now. There's no urgency. There's no eagerness to address an emergency. And you want to call this money emergency money? But this money, even down to the Baltimore Sun paper, is asking about the distribution of this money. You have people that's not even receiving this money yet, but they already in position to say, look, I'm doing this way. And it's excluding a lot of people from the solution. So when we look at that type of leadership, I was able to tell 2 of my friends today, and I love them to pieces, and they probably listening and watching. I said, y'all don't need to be mayor. Stop jumping up running for mayor. We have to strengthen the council people. We have 6 council people right now standing up for something. They might not be doing it the way everybody else want to do it, but if a lot of people know, with 8 council people, you could overturn a mayor or anybody's decision. Our council people have to be empowered and strengthened to do more good in their hood in Baltimore City. And I'm going to give a shout out to this Sister Porter in the 10th District. You know, the 10th district, I gave her a shout out yesterday because she came in the Board of Estimates. Now, you don't see our city council presidents up in the Board of Estimates too much, unless they're called or they summoned for something, or they was doing what she was doing yesterday, which was advocating and representing the constituents in her district.
That's what
I
I'm talking
appreciated that, seeing that sister
Yes.
in the Board of Estimates, because that means you have to equip yourself with the knowledge and the ability to know what's going
There you
on
go.
with the money.
Right on.
How you going to empower your district or help people in your district
The money.
when you don't even know what they're doing with the money?
That's right.
So we have to empower. We got to get council people. I don't know about this mayor thing we're going to do. I'm going to leave that up to somebody else. But I feel like we need to learn to empower and have better council representing these 14 districts in Baltimore City. And if the ones that's in there can't get on board with the black agenda, then we need to make sure we are putting our own council people in place. So I'm not excited about people that want to run for mayor, because I feel like we got to humble ourselves and run for those positions that we can be more powerful, more effective when it comes to handling the people needs in that district. My phone shouldn't be ringing from sun up to sundown all day. Another advocate phone shouldn't be ringing from sun up to sundown all day. If we're doing things that we have to do in these districts and our council people are doing their best to work with the constituents in their districts, we will have a better Baltimore City. Because once 8 of them stand up, then we won't have a mayor of people just doing whatever they want to do.
Well, Christine, let me say this real quick and get you out the way. You know, my thing is, we're going to put the Most High first. We're going to do some magnificent things in this city.
Come on.
And we're going to be the spark
Come on.
that starts the blaze throughout this country. I guarantee you. Because the platform that we're about to put this stuff on, it will be copied. I guarantee you that.
Come on.
And all it takes is for one thing, like Kevin Hart, big time comedian. But guess what? He started off poor.
Come on.
Now he's rich.
From rags
man,
to
I can
riches.
honestly
Started from the bottom, now we
I
here.
forgot that he came from Philly.
Started from the
know?
bottom, now we here.
And that's what we're going to do.
I like
We're
that.
gonna start from the bottom.
Started from the
We're gonna
bottom.
get somewhere. I
And
guarantee you
and
that.
I thank you for
rags to
that, because
riches.
sometimes you have to be mindful of the infrastructure. And when we're dealing with a city like Baltimore, we are spiritually divided by a lot of our interfaith community, and we are politically divided. So we're looking at two big divisions upon us, to where we can't get the consistency nor the commitment and dedication, not even from our clergy, to deal with issues like humanity, homelessness, and our underserved population. People should
We're
operate
gonna get it.
in the lane they're in, and I thank you for that,
We're gonna
Xavier.
get
We're going
We're gonna
to take our next caller. I look forward to meeting up with you. But come on in, Mark C. Let me see what you got to say.
Mark
There
C.
go Mark C again.
Y'all.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, Mark C.
The home of the Larry Young Morning Show. What's
The
up?
home of the Larry Young Morning Show. That's right.
Home of the Live Young Morning Show for almost 25 years.
That's
We don't
right.
want nobody get it twisted.
Don't let them get it twisted. Y'all better open your mouth.
It was the home of the Larry Young Show for almost 25 years. And Larry got really sick. He almost died.
Oh.
Come
Take my
on.
leg. It was either take his leg, y'all, or die.
Wow.
That's real talk.
Real talk.
Right.
That's real talk. Nobody
Right.
can
Tell him.
the story.
Nobody can
Like
tell it.
that.
And it wasn't
Right.
his leg. It was the limb. Say it right.
Yeah.
The limb, not the leg. The limb,
limb.
in case you need to know, the limb is pretty much beneath the knee.
Okay.
You know,
Exactly.
so yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But Larry will be on Monday. Well,
See there, look, you knew that, and we didn't even know that.
I knew it.
I
But
think.
you know,
Monday and Saturday.
come on, there we go. Now
I
we
mean, I
But
think
still-
he's gonna be on his show.
Yeah, his
You know
show.
that-
He got customized show.
we need all four. We need them out.
We
The
got-
morning,
So nobody can tell Larry's story like he can. But
That's
I can
right.
say this, Miss Flowers. I can say this before I say anything.
that's right.
Everybody that's been in charge for the last, I don't know how long, look like us. At least Miss Pugh was meeting with us. It's not about Brandon. It's not about,
What it is about the office of the mayor. And everybody works for the people. And if you're in city council, you're supposed to know a Miss Flowers is in your district. You're supposed to know a Marlowe's in your district. You're supposed to know a Umar Box is in your district.
Amen.
And stuff like that. And if you don't know that, there's something wrong.
Shame
and
on you.
Officers are saying it's leadership. When I talk to them, I talked to one of 16-year veterans today. And Larry, he's up in there. He's checking businesses. He's talking to these young people and whatever.
Good. That's beautiful.
And that's all we want.
Right.
Yeah, making the resources surface and see it on these streets. That's what, when we thinking about even the squeegee kids, you know, we got a lot of community leaders with conversation about that. And, you know, we have to look at the odds that we are against today compared to the children when we were that age. You know, you have these kids out here, and I know, Mark, that's your thing, but it's going to be like a chisel and ice trying to tell these children, come on in and work 5 weeks for a couple of $100 when they on the corner making $100 a day. I think we need to get real logically common sense with that theory. People thinking, oh, we just going to go give the squeegee kids a summer job. No, you're going to need, and I'm kind of glad they like that, Mark. I'm serious. I'm glad the kids are not a pushover like a lot of the adults are. You can't go and just make these kids get off of these corners. You know, you talking, come and make $100 a week and we making $100 a day. No, y'all need to step y'all game up. Youth leaders, community leaders, y'all got to step y'all game up for this generation of kids. You're going to have to meet them halfway somewhere. You know,
500 weeks sound better than 100.
Y'all going to have to come. It's going to have to be an out-of-the-box development plan. It has to be something special, Mark, because these kids trying to take care of their little brothers and sisters at home.
I know.
Mommy might not be home. You see the chicken box store? The kids getting 2-3 chicken box. I'm trying to take a chicken box home to my sister. These kids are faced with reality. And unfortunately, they not letting a mayor buddy system come up to them and just say, oh, get off of this corner. And let's go in City Hall and see what we can do with you. It ain't gonna be that easy. So I'm waiting for the plan. I'm waiting for somebody to come up with the plan.
A lot of these young people, they squeeze.
That's right. And they outside.
They squeeze in to eat.
Yep.
And you know, and it's supposed to be resources, you know, to.
And they ain't got 3 weeks. They ain't got 3 weeks to wait for a first paycheck, Mark.
Yeah,
they ain't got 3 weeks to wait for.
So you gotta have a strategic plan.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
for them only.
You gotta sit down and talk to people that can help you, whether it's crime, whether it's a Tyrone Powers who was a state trooper and an FBI agent, whether it's a Miss Flowers with the homelessness, whether it's you got to sit down and talk to people that's going to tell you the truth.
And you know what I did yesterday, Mark, and I keep this out here. We have sent, and people say, why you want to meet with him? It's very important that we meet with Brandon because we have sent 5 requests to City Hall to meet with our mayor. 5 requests. I got 5 letters, you know, because they make you submit this application. I don't know if you ever, we did all of that. We got no responses. So yesterday I went to his office personally and I did a little handwritten letter. I said, it's real important, Brandon, that we have an opportunity to sit down because it's almost like I'm not considering, you know, myself better than this conversation with the director of homeless services, but we can't sit with some of these agent heads that then come from Cuba, Timbuktu. It's hard to sit with them and get them to understand. And it ain't personal. It's nothing personal. I got a mad. I think Miss Irene, the new homeless director, I think she has good intentions. I think she is following a formula that has failed so much in the past that she don't even know half of these groups and entities that pop up. You know, you got this popping up today, is Chris, is this. They can get in there and switch up anything, any given time they want to. And that's what throws us off as the individuals in the streets, because you could be working with one person and then here comes somebody new, because they might feel like you're getting too close to Miss Flowers, or Miss Flowers
Man.
giving you too much
Miss Flowers
information.
got the formula.
You know, I'm just going to tell
got
you what
the
I know,
formula.
ma'am.
Keep it real.
And that's what I keep telling her.
Why
I
they
don't take
wanna
her
listen
personal.
to you?
I just
Right.
take it. She got a job, and I know how to manage that now. But
Exactly.
I
And let me say
appreciate
this.
you, Mark,
Now,
because
I gotta say something.
yes,
Because these people get it twisted, Larry.
Mm-hmm.
They think that they know more than Miss Flowers is talking.
She got
Miss
the
Flowers
formula,
has been
man.
A successful businesswoman, ran a successful business for years. Leo ran a successful organization.
Yes. Yes.
For 42
42 years. And
All
this,
they
and
gotta
this
do-
thing,
Marlo, 20 years.
Marlo,
No.
yes,
All
name
they
him,
have to
name
do,
him,
Miss
Mark.
Flowers,
Oh,
give
my-
y'all 6
yes.
months. Give y'all 6
You know,
months
yes.
probation
I just
trial.
want to let them know.
Yeah.
They know y'all not the smartest ones in the room. If
Mm-mm.
Miss Flowers
Right.
ain't getting Miss Flowers
Give her
work
a
with the
6
home.
month trial.
She's been a successful businesswoman, and Larry should be able to go on his own terms, and we're gonna have a big void because we deserve a local show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we go ahead and I don't know how
deserve
many
it,
other
man.
hosts want to talk about this, but I'm open for the discussion.
Y'all
Like,
take care. Y'all take care. I'll be on
Thank
second Sunday, and as usual, I'm gonna keep it real.
thank you, Mark. See, let's go and see
All
what
right.
Sandra.
Come
We
on,
have
Miss
Sandra on
Sandra.
here. Hey, Sandra.
Hey.
How are you? Hello. Happy Thursday.
Thank you. And God bless you for all the help that you give Baltimore City, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because
Yes,
we
ma'am.
are here. Yes.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Doc is looking for Smitty. He hasn't contacted him for 10 days now. We all are worried about it. We love that man. And we
Smitty?
can't contact him. Yeah. So please, he said he's going to put the dogs out for him.
Well, we got him right
You know
here.
what?
Larry Wallace,
You know
find
what?
Smitty.
I think
You got
Smitty
Smitty
called.
there too?
Smitty called the show, but when I was getting ready to pull him up, he it dropped. I mean, he took off. A lady got some flowers delivered to his house. She called me. She couldn't get in touch with him.
Well, you need to go find Uncut.
Yes.
Get on the Uncut job. Find Smitty.
Yes.
I got
Yes,
found.
please.
He on it, Miss Sandra. And you could
Okay,
always call us on Thursdays too. We gonna do the best we can.
You know I do. I hear you in all the station, all the black station, and may God bless Senator Young too. Also, and
That's
because
right.
he gets back.
You want him back? You want him
That's right.
back?
We want him back.
You want him back?
Somebody we don't know.
See, she
right.
want him back.
Station.
We need
want
him
him
back.
Go.
We
There you
demand.
go. There you go, Miss
Right on.
Sandra. Thursday we on that.
That's right.
Thank you, Miss Sandra.
All right.
Come on in, Woody, with your shout out, son.
Oh, Les.
Hey,
Hey, Les.
thank you. Hey, Woodrow.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Good afternoon to the guests and the hosts. And I like to say Miss Flowers is a very successful business lady, very successful entrepreneur, very good at what she do for the homeless individuals, sheltering the homeless. Me and her together, when we used to work in the office at 2526 North Charles Street, we housed 83 mothers and children. They all been placed last year.
Come on, Woodrow. You got the
Yeah,
numbers.
you got the numbers.
If you want to support, donate to Christian organizations called Real CareNet, $TNT2. I remember that, man.
Come on, Woodrow.
And www.helpbaltimorehomeless.org.
All right, we thank you so much for that, son. Yes, always look up. You can support www.helpbaltimorehomeless.org. And I know even as our time winding down, look, guys, this is our Thursday show. You know, we got Larry Wallace from 1 to 2. We got a little break at 2 to 2:30. You got me from 2:30 to 3:30. I think if we could come together and have some great sponsors, we can lock it up around here on Thursdays. We got Doc Cheatham talking for
12 to 1.
our seniors. We have an opportunity here to keep our black radio where it's at for Baltimore City to be equipped. You know, my people are destroyed because of the lack of knowledge, and it's so sad how we are easily influenced and distracted by some things that are not even empowering us as a people. So, you could always reach out to us. Larry, put your information out there on the spot.
443-839-8412. 443-839-8412.
And you got us out there, the Real Care Providers. You can reach out 410-365-5567. You can always call into our office at 410-585-6178 and talk to Ms. Tony about volunteering, feeding, supporting, whatever we're doing in this community every day. Shout out even to Mr. Bruce out there now, feeding with some sandwiches, because it's all about getting people involved that want to help with the movement and not a moment. And it's about relationships, guys. And when I say a balancer like Mark C., Doc Cheatham, Larry Young, God gift us with balancing a lot of different relationships and personalities. We can't always hear or say what we want, but we have respect for one another. And even I told somebody today, I have people I don't even like. Did you know that, Larry? But I learned to respect what God has put in place. Oh yeah, I got some people that just rub me the wrong way. So I want to see. I would like to see Jesus. I like to see some change in them, but sometimes I can walk in the room and see they still operating the same. So we got to be careful, because we have a lot of different spirits around us, Baltimore City. So I'm going to close us out with a prayer. God will cover our city, will cover our minds, our spirits. He will hold on to us as visionaries for the solutions of our streets of Baltimore, from the crime, from the homicide, from the corruption, from the lack of education of our children. We have to start praying about these issues and taking it to God, because he has the solution, and God will not fail us, Baltimore City. He has come too far to fail us, nor disappoint us. I thank each and every one of you. I love you guys forever. I say forever now, because even if I'm gone tomorrow, I'm still loving you, Baltimore City. And I thank you for your support, your love, your encouragement, because the Bible tells us to encourage each other daily. But you can reach out 410-365-5567. And yes, support the day-to-day ministry. $ Real Care Network. And we look forward to being a partner with you. Don't forget this cleanup Saturday. The young lady going to have. Be on board with it. Reach out to Larry. He got a flyer and all the information if you want to support on Saturday.
3942 Park Heights Avenue.
Larry, put your love bug out there. Uncut News.
839-8412.
Uncut News. Shout out Mackenzie. Trying to go to the water.
Mackenzie? Are we going swimming?
Shout out. That's what the kids want to do. Just take them to the water.
All right, take them to the water.
Have a great weekend, Baltimore City. We love y'all. Forever. Flower. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Reality Radio.
Yes, Reality Radio, Kathy.